A scandal is brewing. And that's what is on the front page of the Daily Nation. Teacher Service Commission jobs, grade 10. They're yet to even to report. Grade 10 slots scandal, even before they begin. Yeah. Tuko na Mwalimu Wilson Sossion hapa studio leo. What's happening? A lot of talk about placement, questions on whether it was done the right way, a lot of confusion for parents, a lot of agony. Previously, 844, it was clear that once you do KCP and you've performed in a certain way, this is how you move on. What do you make of this confusion?
No, this uncalled for confusion is unnecessary, and most of it is heightened by the changing expectations of parents and the specific desires for specific schools, which of course is not going to be possible. There are schools that are on demand. In other words, you can find a school with 50,000 applicants against available 500 vacancies, the national school. I think that is a confusion. But the whole policy of the ministry is that all students have been placed in senior schools, all of them in senior schools. Maybe what we need to discuss as a country, and this I'm saying so professionally, because the world over, admission of students is done by individual schools. Did we do the right thing to completely shift from allowing school principals and their teachers to select students and shifted 100% to technology? Is technology serving us 100%? I was happy the other day when the ministry opened up to the schools to begin engaging manually with the parents on the aspect of admission. For example, day schools across the country, and we know 76% of grade 9 will end up in day schools. That is the practice in Kenya. And all these day schools are within the proximity of the learners. Is technology really serving us even to process admission in such schools where students can move in, declare interest, and they are admitted? I think we have to create a balance between technology and involvement of schools.
But when you say that, Bwana Sossion, if you look at page 5 of the Daily Nation, where
that is
directly get
administrative.
peak, parents are now claiming they're being asked to pay between 50,000 and 400,000 shillings for slots in senior schools. And this is where now human intervention is, when schools are allowed to admit students directly and not using technology.
By the end of the day, the same head teachers are the ones who will caretake these learners for the next 4 years. If we are talking about people buying spaces, buying vacancies, that is not only illegal, it is criminal to do that, because admission of students to any secondary school should be for free and should be on merit, and it should be on interest declared.
And that's why they opted for technology instead of direct admissions by principals?
No, not necessarily. I think we must maintain high standard of ethical practices in our learning institutions. The moment we run away from the same people whom we expect, I think taking care of learners is more important than even admission themselves, because schools are supposed to be epicenters of good morals, good practices. You and I, in our time, we were admitted to the schools that we declared interest, that you applied for. It is merit that took you there, and it's merit that takes learners to those particular schools. For me, I think we need a mixed model of the same. And anybody involved with such, you know, if we are seeing in the front pages of the papers that unemployed teachers must buy their way to employment, and Form students must buy their way to be admitted to a school, I think these are criminal things that the country must stop and crack an administrative whip on the same. We don't need those kind of behaviors.
It is 2026.
And you know, Fred, these are not things to talk and joke about around.
Yes.
We must get rid of that so that then we ensure, and I think by and large, the admission criteria that has been adopted by the ministry is the best, and it must be improved. And,
using technology.
Yes, it must be improved because it speaks to merit, it speaks to interest, it speaks to equity across the country. Unlike what you have seen, some people are commenting that we must now villagize some of the national schools, and that is not right.
It's already
and
taking a political angle, Fomba, but